What's good, team? Right off, bringing guys another episode of the Explain series today, and on this week's episode, I'll be explaining the Kozmo Fireking deck in detail. So, without further ado, let's begin. Alright guys, so this is my Fireking Kozmo deck explained. I'm going to be going over briefly what the Kozmo deck do, mainly going over the new support, because if you guys don't already know, I did Cosmos Explained, months ago, so I'm going to leave a link in the description below for you guys to check out my Cosmos Explained to get a rough estimate of what the Kozmo deck do, mainly going over the older cards and etc. Also, before I get into the video, I want to say thank you guys for fucking letting me hit 5,000 subscribers. I am so fucking happy for that shit. A 5,000 subscriber video is coming soon, so be on the lookout for that video sometime this weekend or maybe next week, depending on when I can get it done. But yes, I'm gonna do a video pretty much saying thank you and give you guys some channel updates on what I plan on how I plan on improving the channel content even more. So thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. So without talking too much, without further ado, let's begin. Why is this deck is good? The deck is fucking good because, for one, it runs Cosmos, and Cosmos are OP as hell. For two, the deck combo after combo after combo. And for three, the deck can OTK because it's Cosmos, so that's pretty much why the deck is good. With the addition of Fireking Island, it led the deck to being insane. So speaking of Fireking Island, let me tell you guys what that card do. Fireking Island. If this face-up card on the field in the field zone is sent to the graveyard or banished, destroy all monsters you control. You can only use one of the following effects. A Fireking Island once per turn, only once that turn. During your main phase, you can destroy one monster in your hand or one monster you control, and if you do, add one Fireking monster in your deck to your hand. Second effect. If you control no monster, you can special summon one fire wing beats monster from your hand. Now, the reason why this card is good for you guys that don't know what the Kozmo deck does is the destruction effect. By destroying the Cosmos in your hand, you can banish them out of the graveyard since they were technically destroyed to get their abusing effects of special summoning cards from the deck to the field, etc, etc. And then you also get the addition of adding a Fireking monster to your hand, which a lot of players who picked up this deck have started to do. And the card Fireking monster they're using is Fireking Avatar Garunix. And Garunix is just there because it's a level 3 Fireking monster. He doesn't really have any more utility outside of that, because this deck do abuse rank 3s due to the fact that they have sword troopers. I'll get over sword troopers later in this video. But yeah, Garunix, if you guys want to know his effect, if a face-up Fireking monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if this card is your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card effect or battle, special summon one Fireking Avatar from your deck. So he pretty much replaces himself in a sense, but you're mainly going to use him to get a card as your hand with your island. In addition to that, you can also special summon him if you don't control no monsters and you actually open up island and Avatar, so that's a pretty fun fact. So overall, Island is just a combo piece of the deck. It's the reason why the deck is winning a lot. So yeah, Garunix is just another piece of the combo. Now, Cosmo Sword Troopers. During either player's turn, you can banish this card to special summon one level 4 or higher Cosmo monster from your hand. You can only use this effect of Cosmo Sword Troopers once per turn. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points and target one Psychic type Cosmo monster from in your graveyard and special summon it. Psychic type Cosmo monster in your graveyard and special summon Psychic. Okay, let me stop. But in all seriousness though, this card is really good because he can special summon himself out of the graveyard. Let's say if you have another copy of Sword Troopers in the graveyard, you can special summon himself, make it easy rank 3 play, which leads into a fuck ton cluster combos. Speaking of combos, I will not have the combos listed in this video. I'm gonna actually have in the description below a video a lot of you Cosmo players are probably saying. It's from Top Tier Yu-Gi-Oh! He goes into an extensive 20-minute video about how the Kozmo Fireking deck work and actually shows the combos. So instead of trying to do my own version of that, he already did it good. Plus this is a subscriber of mine, so I feel like I'd rather show the guy some props and shows appreciation for the video he gave to the community. So once you guys, if you want to look at the combos for the deck, just go to that video in the description down below and check that out. And I also have a link on the screen as well. So pretty much this card is going to help you bring out your XYZ plays. So this version of Cosmos, in short, is XYZ. It's an XYZ based deck. it allows you to make a field of let's say Fireking, no, not Fireking, what the hell am I going to say, Cyber Dragon Infinity with the Dark Lady, and shit just goes crazy because that's dumb. That's really dumb. So Sword Troopers, yeah, this another combo piece of deck. Effects right here, just ready. So Kozmo Dark Lady. Now, for you guys that don't know what the hell this bitch do, I'm gonna read it in short. During either player's turn, you can banish this card, plus summon one level 6 or higher Cosmo monster from your hand. You can only use this effect of Kozmo Dark Lady once per turn. Once per turn during either player's turn, when the monster effect is activated, you can pay 1,000 life points and to get the activation to do. You can destroy that monster. Now, she's a pilot for one, but for two, I believe you can bring her back with, yes, once like you can bring her back with Sword Troopers. So if she dies, you can go Sword Troopers, pay 1,000, target one Psychic type Cosmo monster in your graveyard, so summon her. Oh, guess what? She's a Psychic type Cosmo monster. So it's just insane on how these two cards is synergized together, and the whole deck is based around just bringing her to the field with Infinity going for his turn with a Dark Destroyer and saying "fuck your couch nigga." Hashtag Dave Chappelle Show. So yes, card is really dumb, really stupid. Now, final thoughts for the deck. So yeah, I'm going into the final thoughts because there's not really much to talk about the deck. It's pretty much Cosmos 2.0. It's an upgraded version of the original Cosmo deck. And as I said, Cosmos Explained will be in the description down below. It's like an expansion pack to the original Cosmo deck in general. So, final thoughts on the deck is OP as hell. It has a small brick ratio because, as you guys already know, decks with higher ceilings and that's more combo based tend to have more easier ways rather to brick. But the brick ratio is pretty small because they put out their combos pretty consistently. And ultimately, the deck is tier 1. It's been wrecking the scenes on the meta circuit. It goes neck and neck with XYZ Monarchs and regular Domain Monarchs. But ultimately, anybody's scared of the deck. It's not that hard to beat if you're playing Monarchs. Everything else should cry. So the main thing about this deck you guys have to really worry about after watching this video is watch out for the first turn combos. And honestly, the reason why this deck is the main reason why everyone's maxing on a Max C. So this is the end of the PowerPoint. Let's get to the outro. Alright guys, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Just like last week, I'm going to have you guys click right here to vote for next week's episode of the Explain series. Now, as I always tell you guys, I do these videos because I truly believe in helping you guys become better players. And I also do these videos because I truly believe in you guys helping me become a better player. I upload 3 times a week. On Mondays, I do my general discussions. On Wednesdays, I do my top 10s. And on Fridays, I do my Explain series where I explain decks and archetypes in detail. This was Chris from Team Innovation, and I am signing out. Peace, guys, and stay innovative. Deuces. Every card on this list is pretty much generic and non-archetype based. Because obviously, I can easily throw on cards like Pantheism of the Monarchs,